Have you ever gotten in trouble for something that you didn't mean to do? Well, so did fourth grader Aggie Frankie. He's the main character in this new chapter book series, The Best of Iggy by Annie Barrows. You might recognize her name because she wrote the chapter book series Ivy and Bean. But these series are not related. Iggy is much more troublesome than Ivy and Bean. He gets in trouble for a lot of things he doesn't mean to. What I love and recommend about this book is that it is very funny. In fact, if you, like me, love Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you might like this one too. The Best of Iggy has a lot of pictures, a lot of awesome, but maybe troublesome things, and one boy who just doesn't mean to get in trouble. It's not like Iggy meant to get in trouble when he made his desk into a race car in the middle class and challenged his friends to a race. I mean, how awesome is that? And he didn't mean to get in trouble when he maybe took a skateboard onto the roof and tried to jump on a trampoline. P.S. Definitely not recommended. Don't try it home. I love this series because it's funny, it has short chapters, and you'll laugh out loud. I know I did. A graphic novel, Bug Boys by Laurie is probably going to be your favorite read this summer. It follows two best friends, sort of like Joey and Narwhal, but they're beetles, Rhino Bee and Stag Bee. And they have a lot of adventures in Bug Village where they live. They help a spider save the library. They even befriend termites who may or may not be their best friends. And what I really loved about this book is that it made me laugh and it made me think a lot. And it made me have a lot of feelings, surprisingly, because it's about beetles. I feel like if you enjoy graphic novels with short chapters, kind of like Joey and Narwhal, and best friends like Joey and Narwhal, I think that Bug Boys would be the book for you. Is it your dream to be a spy? Then I have the perfect graphic novel recommendation for you. Investigators, a graphic novel by John Patrick Green, is the funniest graphic novel I have read all year. It follows two alligators named Mango and Brash. They're not just alligators, they're spies, and they are a part of the Suits. That stands for Special Undercover Investigation Team. Not only are they spies, but they have to go undercover, use toilet-based travel to get places. And they not only have to solve one mystery, they have to solve two. And hopefully they can catch all the criminals in time. This book was hilarious. It had hilarious pictures and words, stories, and it would be perfect if you loved Dogman. I know I love Dogman, and I thought this was even a little bit funnier. I can't wait to hear what you think. Have you ever felt like you didn't fit in with your family? Neither did Wanda, the main character of Wanda Season Good and the Mostly True Secret by Susan Laurie. This is a fantasy novel, which would be awesome for readers who loved Chris Colfer's Land of Stories. While not technically about all the familiar fairy tales, Wanda, who makes a wish on her 11th birthday to find her true family, gets a visit from a talking bluebird named Voltaire. He thinks he is a French poet. Right. And he also thinks that he knows the secret to help Wanda. But the problem? He can't remember it. Voltaire and Wanda head out to the scary wood to find the truth. Find out the secret and find out Wanda's true family. Along the way, they find dragons, nixies, not to be confused with pixies, goblins, and a frog that keeps trying to kiss Wanda. delightful. I really recommend this book because it's one of those books that you can really get into. I loved imagining the story, the woods, all of the creatures, and what really helped me was that there are some really brilliant illustrations by illustrator Jen Harney. I think that people who like journeys, quests, dragons, goblins, and would prefer not to kiss a frog, me too, would really like this book. Piper Millie believes that there are two types of people in the world: people who shine and excel at being in the spotlight, and people like her who blend into the background. When her dad gets a new job at a fancy private school, she thinks that's what she'll do. She will blend. But everyone at this private school is good at something. And her mom has a huge legacy. Like, her mom's picture is on the wall when you're in the hallway. So Piper feels extraordinary. And then the school announces a new competition, and her new friends, Tim, Suraj, Emily, and Kwame, decide to help her win the science fair. After all, her hero is famous scientist Nellie Dumont Frisk, who is an astronaut and a TV personality, and she definitely shines. But mean girls and troublesome issues, Piper's not so sure she'll win. But what she learns from this book is that you don't have to decide who you are when you're a grown-up. You can just decide who you'll be at this very moment. What I loved about this book is that it's really wonderful for people who are into STEM, magic, science, and writing. This is the type of book that I would recommend if you loved wonder, if you loved Beth Varbel's Pack of Dorks, if you like Cynthia Lord's type of writing. It's the kind of book that you want to curl up with a hot cup of cocoa, but since it's kind of warm and summery, probably a nice glass of lemonade. Owl's Outstanding Donuts by Robin Yarde is the type of book that has a little bit of everything for everyone. A mystery, a talking owl, and my personal favorite, donuts. When Maddie's mom dies right before 5th grade, she has to move with her Aunt Molly to Big Sur, California. It's a big change for sure, but she's able to make friends like sisters Sasha and Beanie, who help her get through it. And there's always her aunt's donut shop, Owl's Outstanding Donuts. One night, an owl named Alfred alerts Maddie that there's mysterious goop being dumped right outside her aunt's store. It's up to Maddie and her friends, including Alfred, to figure out who did it and why. This is the type of book that I really enjoy because it has a really good mystery. It's the kind of mystery that makes me think about the way we treat the earth. And it made me a little hungry too. I advise reading this one while eating donuts. If you enjoy books with talking animals and the people who can understand them, donuts, mystery, and a little bit of sad, this one's for you.